Beginning May 1, 2026, most able-bodied adults who are enrolled in Nebraska Medicaid through Medicaid expansion will be required to meet work requirements when they apply for Medicaid or renew their Medicaid coverage. Medicaid work requirements are activities most able-bodied adults must complete to keep their Nebraska Medicaid coverage. You may be exempt from completing work requirement activities. Please review the exemptions to Medicaid work requirements and temporary hardship exemptions videos to see if you may be exempt from completing work requirements. This video provides an overview of the options for qualifying activities to meet the requirements and what they mean for Nebraskans. If you are enrolled in Nebraska Medicaid through Medicaid expansion, or if you're applying for it, you must complete at least 80 hours of approved activities during a qualifying month. This is a federal requirement which is now being implemented in Nebraska. If you already have Medicaid, any month since your last renewal can count as a qualifying month. If you are applying for Medicaid, the qualifying month is the month before you apply. Once Medicaid confirms that you completed the requirement during at least one qualifying month, you will be considered compliant for the rest of your eligibility period. Medicaid expansion covers able-bodied adults who are ages 19 to 64, are not pregnant, do not have a disability, are not enrolled in Medicare, are U.S. citizens or meet immigration rules, have a low income which meets income limits up to 138% of the federal poverty level. As of 2026, this is about $22,025 per year for one person or $45,540 per year for a family of four. You can meet the requirement by completing 80 hours of qualifying activities in a qualifying month, or by being enrolled at least half-time in school or an apprenticeship. Qualifying activities include paid work, such as having a job or multiple jobs, participating in approved job training programs, and volunteering in the community. You can also combine any of these activities to reach the 80-hour total. If you are currently enrolled in Nebraska Medicaid through Medicaid expansion, this means you completed 80 hours during at least 1 month since your initial Medicaid determination or last renewal date. For example, if you initially applied for Medicaid and became eligible in August 2025 and your next Medicaid renewal is in July 2026, you will need to have completed 80 hours in 1 month between August 2025 and July 2026. If you are newly applying for Nebraska Medicaid and are eligible through Medicaid expansion, this means you completed your 80 hours in the month before you applied. For example, if you apply in May 2026, you will need to have completed 80 hours in April 2026. Attending an accredited school or an apprenticeship is another way to meet the work requirement. If you are attending school or apprenticeship at least half-time in the month before you apply, you will meet work requirements and you will not have to complete 80 hours with other approved activities. If you attend less than half-time, you can combine those hours with other approved activities to meet the 80-hour requirement. For example, if you have 40 hours of work, the equivalent of 20 hours of school, and 20 hours of volunteering in the community in a qualifying month, you would meet the 80-hour requirement. You may also meet the requirement if you earn the equivalent of 80 hours at the federal minimum wage in a month. Based on the current federal minimum wage, which is $7.25 per hour, that amount is $580 per month. This means that if you are working and earn at least $580 per month, you will meet work requirements regardless of the total hours you worked. If you are currently enrolled in Nebraska Medicaid through Medicaid expansion, this means you earned $580 or more during at least 1 month since your last renewal date. If you are newly applying for Nebraska Medicaid and are eligible through Medicaid expansion, this means you earned $580 or more in the month before you applied. For example, if you apply in July, you will need to have earned at least $580 in June. You can also meet work requirements if your average monthly income from working over the last 6 months from seasonal work met the threshold of $580, regardless of the number of hours worked. The work requirement begins on May 1, 2026. Work requirements apply both to Nebraskans who already have Medicaid coverage and to those who apply on or after that date enrolled in Medicaid expansion. Nebraska DHHS will first check the information it already has to see if you meet work requirements or qualify for an exemption. In many cases, DHHS will have the information it needs to see if you meet work requirements and you will not need to do anything. You can view the exemptions to Medicaid work requirements and temporary hardship exemptions videos to see if you may be exempt from completing work requirements. If DHHS needs more information, they will contact you and send a verification of compliance request. Able-bodied adults in Medicaid expansion are required to respond to this request. This will include instructions for providing requested documents such as pay stubs or self-employment ledgers to show your monthly work hours or income, or the individual declaration form if you are meeting work requirements through job training, community service, or volunteering. It's important to check your mail and email regularly. If DHHS asks for information, you must respond within 30 days. If you do not respond, you could lose or be denied Medicaid coverage. To respond online, scan the QR code in your verification of compliance notice or go to iserve.nebraska.gov. Then create an account or log in. From there, you can upload documents or complete the Medicaid Work Requirement Individual Declaration Form. If you are unable to complete the Medicaid Work Requirements online, you can get help one of the following ways. Call DHHS at 855-632-7633 and select option 3. You can also call a local office in Lincoln or Omaha. Phone lines are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mail in your information to Medicaid, Nebraska DHHS Document Imaging Center, P.O. Box 2992, Omaha, Nebraska 68103-2992, or visit a local DHHS office. Additional information can be found on the DHHS contact information page, dhhs.ne.gov/pages/public-assistance-offices.aspx. Here's what's most important to remember. Work requirements begin on May 1, 2026. Work requirements apply both to Nebraskans who already have Medicaid coverage and to those who apply on or after that date enrolled in Medicaid expansion. You can meet work requirements in different ways, including by combining qualifying activities. If you do need to take action, DHHS will let you know what to do and how to do it. Respond within 30 days if contacted to get or keep your coverage. To learn more about Medicaid work requirements and how they may apply to you, visit dhhs.ne.gov/work requirements. If you need help finding a job, visit the Nebraska Department of Labor, which offers NE Works, a free job search resources online at neworks.nebraska.gov. To get help, visit iserve.nebraska.gov or call 855-632-7633.